I'm live. Big up to everybody. Merry Christmas to everyone. This is Christmas Eve. I wasn't expecting to do a video today, but I just thought, you know what? Might as well, innit? Yeah. Big up to everyone who's watching us on the YouTube, on the Twitter, and also on the Instagram and TikTok and Twitch. So we're everywhere today. Merry Christmas to everybody. If you're just joining us and you don't want to listen to us and you want to go to a bigger channel, I understand. But please like that video. It really, really helps out the channel. We're going to talk about loads of news today. We're going to be talking about Barcola. We're going to be talking about, trust me, there's a lot of stuff on there. Kareem, we're going to be talking about as well. So sit back and relax. I'm going to bring in my co-Qs, my partner in crime. He's co-owner of this channel, Mr. Toto. Hammer.
Big up.
So there goes Toto Hammer. There you go.
But yeah, there's a lot to talk about, isn't there? There's a lot to talk about.
How
but,
you doing?
You know, doing well. Enjoying my Christmas so far. But yeah, it's like, what can I say? There's always stuff to talk about. The transfer news is always busy. It's coming closer and closer now. It's coming closer and closer now to January, and you know, of course,
there's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot of stuff talking about, and it's it's very interesting.
There is a lot to talk about, and for people who like stuff like Formula One, women's football as well, we do this on this channel. We don't it's not just a Liverpool channel, sports channel. We cover women's football. We cover the men's game, obviously, predominantly Liverpool. The women's football game, predominantly Barcelona and Liverpool. Yeah, and sometimes we do hate-alongs or rival watch-alongs, whatever you want to call them. We do it on this channel as well. So there's a lot to do on this channel. And for people like Formula One, that's how we started on this channel. We started doing Formula One back in 2017. This is how we started this channel now, 2017. And we just kept going. Sometimes we got love, sometimes we didn't. It's part and parcel being a YouTuber, being a content creator. We just love doing what we do. If you love doing what you're doing, it's not really work, is it? So it is what it is. It's more of a hobby for me. Very good hobby. Kind of an addiction hobby. I just love making videos, making content, engaging with people. And before we start getting into the video, let's talk about our 2025 really. Let's just talk. Well, actually, we're going to do that for the New Year's. But if you're celebrating Christmas, if you don't celebrate Christmas, it depends what religion you are. But me, I'm a Christian, and I don't know Toto Hammer is. So if you are celebrating Christmas, make sure you're with your families. Make sure you eat up that turkey. Make sure you got your presents. Make sure you remember who got you the presents. Remember that to say thank you. And yeah, big up to everyone, man, who's watching us on over wherever you're watching us, America, Europe, wherever, Asia, don't matter. But we try and reach everyone, you know, because football, there's no language really. It's a universal language really. There's a lot of YouTubers I watch, and the Spanish, a lot of football channels they speak English, but the main language is Spanish, and I like interacting with people like that and even learning a few words here and there and talking to other football fans across Europe, not just UK, you know. Yeah. I like to, you know, broaden my horizon and speak to different people via internet, learn things, and even, you know, be friends, whatever. But yeah, man, that's how I do on this channel, you know, like I'm kind of a universal man, you know what I mean? That could be my solo P one, the universal man. But Toto, what you up to? What you up to, man? What you doing? What you up to?
Yeah, like, you know,
Christmas is around the corner now, so
yeah, Christmas is around the corner, and it's time to spend time with family and stuff like that. That's what it's all about. You know, and of course, people joining. Hope you lot have a Merry Christmas as well. But yeah, I'm feeling well, feeling good. I like this time of year anyway. It's my favorite time of the year for me. Don't know about you, but it's my favorite time of the year. It's the best time of year, in my opinion. So yeah,
I like, you know, go on, Toto, go on, I'll let you talk.
It's that kind of season that it's winter, it's cold, and overall you can sleep better. You know, in these kind of
Yeah, it is
in this kind of
hard to
weather.
get
You
up for
know,
work as well.
yeah, it is. It's I'm not really a fan of the summer. No, I'm not really a summer guy.
No,
I don't
my.
think it's too hot and it's too humid and you feel like you're dying, you know? But in the winter it's more chilled and you know, it's that vibe to it.
Yeah, I totally agree, Toto. I like when it hits October all the way up to January. I think that's my best time that season. The autumn and winter. I'm an autumn and winter man, innit?
Yeah.
With the sun, I don't really like the sun. Look, don't get me wrong. When I go abroad, if I go to the Caribbean, that kind of sun's good, isn't it? Because you get the nice breeze. And if you've never been to the Caribbean, I highly recommend it. So when you go to the Caribbean, you enjoy that nice breeze. That's a nice sun. But I'm on about the British sun, and it's like humid. It's like humid, man. You're going to work as when you just go. To say the worst place to ever be in the UK is London in the summer. When I've got to go on that tube and get off the tube, and then that beating heat coming off you, yeah, it's just humid. There's no air. You get me? There's no oxygen. It's like you need a face mask in it. You mean like an oxygen tank just to breathe? Yeah. That is so humid in London, especially central London, isn't it? Where it's rammed all the time. And yeah, but when you go to somewhere like that kind of sun, in it, this is why I don't like the summer. I don't like the summer. Spring I could take to an extent, even then, but the summer, I'm not the summer guy, unless I'm going away on holiday. That's when I'm the summer guy. You get me, by the beach and something nice like that. You get me. But yeah, man, that's us talking about. We're talking about this season, how we feel about the summer. But look, at the end of the day, right? It's Christmas time. It's time for forgiveness. It's time for love. It's time to spend time with your family. I know we're all football fans. We're all sport fans. I love Formula One, but I love footballers on my team, Liverpool, obviously, in the Barcelona female team, along with the Liverpool female team. They're the only ones that really cover. But apart from that, obviously, families first, loved ones are first. That's what we should be doing going into the Christmas time. And yeah, man, that's what I can say really about that. Is just make sure if you are on your own, yeah. If you are on your own and you follow me or on my WhatsApp, just DM me. Just DM me. And if you need someone to talk to, just DM me on WhatsApp. And I'll be happy to talk to you and just get you through. If you're going through bad times, I know plenty of people that have gone through bad times during Christmas time, suffered from mental health. A lot. Some of my friends have. And what we all say, like, when I say to them, I go, look, at the end of the day, yeah. And some of these mans have got no kids, got nothing, yeah, they're on their own, innit? They're on their own. And I got no one to talk to. And all I ask for, look, at the end of the day, yeah, just DM me. Because talking to somebody makes us so much difference. Even if it's 5 minutes out of the day, you just talk to them, yeah. That makes a lot of difference for the mental health as well. So if you're watching this as well, if you need it, DM me, and trust me, it will be private as well. So yeah. So let's move on to the football, Toto. Which one do you want to start with first?
Welcome to the Premier League, sir. Oh, yes!
Go on, Toto. Go, Toto. Let's go. We've got 12 people watching us. Big up. Go on, Toto. Your sound's gone. You're going funny. Talk again. Whoa, your delay about 5 seconds. What happened there? What did you put on? Did you put something on your computer? You downloaded something, bro?
Nothing, because it's lagging all around.
Something. Oh, no, go ahead. You know, you're back now. You're back. You're good now. No, you're going to
get... The internet's kind of poor.
You know what I did before? What you should do, right? Refresh the page and come back in. That's what I did and it worked.
Right.
I'll keep them. Come on, just refresh and I'll keep talking. Big up to people in the chat room, man. Remember to smack that like button as well. Toto will be back. He's just refreshing his page. And we're going to be talking about some transfer guys. But remember, hit that like button, listen to the music. Got some Christmas music on there. This music, I guess.
Is that better? Is that better?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to start on Bradley Barcola. of course, we were talking about him before, and last season he was my pick for last season's transfer window in the summer, because we needed a left winger, didn't we? And we still looking for that Diaz replacement. We still haven't replaced Diaz. You know, Diaz was our skilly, techie winger. He had pace, but he liked one-on-one, and we need that one-on-one winger because, let's face it, Gakpo at the moment ain't really a one-on-one winger, if you know what I mean. You know, he's just one motion movement. You wouldn't see Gakpo take a player on one-on-one. Diaz was, though, and we're missing that kind of winger, that skillful winger, that pacey winger. We're missing that on the left-hand side. And all round, we haven't replaced Diaz yet. So we need that Diaz replacement. And you know, Bradley Barcola, if he does leave PSG, he'll be a really, really good option for us. Definitely. Rumours always also coming out that Liverpool preparing a bid in January, which is very, very good. Yeah, I got a few stuff on Barcola. Of course, Barcola is going to be used as an alternative for Semenyo, because Semenyo was our first option, but that went out the window, didn't it? You know, we are now out the race for Semenyo. Liverpool are, so we're not going to bother with that. City will probably get Semenyo in January. I'm not even worried. But Barcola again is another good player. He's one of the starters of PSG. He's a very, very good player. Not a starter because you got Cavalier as well, and you got Adyemi there. But Barcola is an exciting prospect. And he's been at PSG for 3 years now. He's still young, still a really, really young player. And I would take him. He was my pick last season. We were linked to him last season, and we was unlinked to him, and now we're linked to him again this current transfer window. Was Liverpool prepared to invest? The PSG stars problem alternative, like I said, after missing out on Semenyo, which is probably the most logical option. Liverpool have no time to wait. You know, it's nearly January now. Need the new year, and we've got to act up fast and get our signings over the ball, because as far as you know, the transfer window will be over. So you have to get the deals done and start preparing now. You know, and start preparing bids and numbers and what we're going to put in to buy this player, because we need more squad depth.
Yeah.
At the moment, we've got a Gakpo, but we've got no one as a backup. But yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Liverpool are ready to buy PSG forward Bradley Barcola after missing out on Bournemouth winger Semenyo. According to reports, Semenyo is expected to complete a move to Man City when the January window opens. After widespread reports indicated Pep Guardiola's side was his preference, as you all know. Transfer expert Fabrizio revealed on Monday that the Reds could sign as many as 2 players in the January transfer window, which I still think is not enough, because we still need centre-backs, and we need at least 2 centre-backs and maybe a winger. That's basically what we need, or a 6. I don't think 2 players is enough.
No.
But Fabrizio said, look to sign as many as 2 players. So are we going to rely on Gomez again in centre-back?
Gomez, I don't think so. I'll be surprised if Gomez gets minutes because he's injured. And if he does come back, it won't be for long, will it?
Yeah. Liverpool spent, you know what Gomez is like in terms of injuries. Liverpool spent over £400 million on new players over the summer, but the Reds are still in need of reinforcements after a poor first half of the season. Because Liverpool are lacking depth. Even though we've spent that much money, we are still lacking depth in the squad, and it's not finished yet. We still need 2 more centre-backs. We need a winger and a 6. Because McAllister's not playing well at the moment. We need someone to battle it out with McAllister. Could make McAllister better.
Yeah, let's talk about the Barcola thing, right? Let's stick to that because I want to talk about it, right? Now, Semenyo, obviously, he's probably going to go to Man City now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I know. I think it was split really. With our fan base. Now, I wouldn't say 6, I'll say 60-40 that people wanted Barcola. Wanted Semenyo, I think it was kind of split that way. 60, I think more people wanted Semenyo, but 40% didn't really want him. I watched a couple of YouTube channels the other day, and some big YouTube channels, and it was split as well among the fan base regarding Semenyo. Some people were saying he's a purple patch player, a bit like Diaz. It can be amazing one for a little bit, and then it'll kind of like die off a little bit like Diaz. And some fans really wanted him, said he's really the guy. Some people said, he hasn't really got the technical ability. It's techie. Some people like techie players, but a lot of people were saying, yeah, we can agree on that one, but he's got the pace and power, and that's his kind of thing, and his pace and power, that's what gets him through. Now, Toto, we discussed this yesterday about Semenyo, yeah, and with Semenyo do you think Liverpool was always targeting Barcola, and they use Semenyo as a smokescreen? Because teams do that, you know.
Yeah, teams do that, you know, to maybe up the value a bit. Not up the value, but not up the value.
I know what you mean.
But I mean, like, to look at our options in a way, you can say, look, we wanted Semenyo, didn't get him. Now we're looking at an alternative option. We were linked to Barcola last season, but we didn't get him. We didn't get him in time because we were too focused on the ESAT situation, which took days, weeks, and weeks and weeks. Look, I wanted Semenyo. I'm not going to come out here and lie to you. You know, I wanted Semenyo. But at the end of the day, we didn't get him, and we've got no time to wait. We need to look for alternative winger options, and he was my pick from last season. Bradley Barcola was. He's a good, really, really good player. He's really, really fast. You know, he's good at one-on-ones and stuff like that. He's a proper winger. He's skilly, techie, similar to Diaz. Not compared to Diaz, of course, but he's similar to Diaz in that way that he's very, very skillful. Likes to take players one-on-one. So I think Barcola is a good, really, really good option for us, alternative. I'm not going to lose no sleep over not getting Semenyo. Of course, I wanted him. We didn't get him at the end of the day. We move on, innit? That's just the way it is. But look, Barcola, if we get Barcola in January, we still need to get 2 centre-backs. I would rather not get Barcola and make our 2 signings centre-backs. That's just me.
No.
But we need to sign more than 2 players. We need to stop limiting ourselves. We need to sign more than 2 players. Because 2 players is not good enough. You know? I'm going to say it again. We need two centre-backs. We need a 6 and a left winger. And I think Barcola can play both sides, because that's what we brought Semenyo for that versatile winger that can play both sides. But we need the cover on both sides, innit? We've got Chiesa as the cover, which I'm not sure if Slack's going to use Chiesa at this point in time. If he does use Chiesa, maybe I'm wrong, he'll probably use Chiesa. But at this point in time, right, Chiesa looks like he won't be used. And we need someone, a versatile winger that can play both sides. Of course, Chiesa's there, but he's not using him. So we're bringing Barcola. But Barcola's natural position is left wing, and he's natural on that, you know, towards that left hand side. So we need a replacement for Diaz, and Barcola will be the replacement for Diaz. You know, that's what we've got to look at here.
I agree. I'm just looking at his stats now, that what he's brought to the table this season for PSG. We know over the years PSG is not the easiest club to do business with, you get me? Because we are their rivals. Obviously we're European rivals, not domestic rivals, because they're in France. But they are our European rivals, and obviously Barcola. If we do get Barcola, that means obviously Edwards and I've been scouting him for a while, because you mentioned earlier we was linked to him last season, but we didn't get it over the line. We was also linked to Rodrigo. We didn't get that over line. So I'm looking at his stats. It's saying, let's have a look. He's had 30 matches in the French league. He scored 5 goals, 0 assists, 2 yellow cards. In the 24 and 25 season, he had 34 matches, 14 goals, 10 assists, 2 yellow cards. So he likes getting 2 yellow cards a season. That's what it looks like. But yeah. Let's have a look at his other stats as well on here. Let's have a look. I hate this website. There's so many pop-ups.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're looking at Barcola, and he does play left wing, right wing. Yeah. And he can play that centre forward role as well. So he's a very versatile footballer. So we can play anywhere on the front line. Okay? We both agree with that one. That's good. So I'm looking at that, and I'm probably thinking, you know what? It would probably suit Liverpool, you know? But he's going to cost a lot of money. But Liverpool, I think the last time we spent big in the January window, didn't we get Van Dijk in the January window? Sure, we got Van Dijk or Alisson, one of them in the January window. It's been a long time now.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what my memory's like. But I think it'd be good for Liverpool. Now, who do you think's better, Semenyo or Barcola? Now, some people will probably say Semenyo because he's got that Premier League experience. He's been in the Premier League for longer. He's ready to go. But who's got a higher ceiling? And that's what I'm concerned. That's what I'm worried about. Who's got the higher ceiling? And I think Barcola's got the highest ceiling. I'm not sure if I'm wrong on that, but that's how I feel. I think he may not be better now when it comes to the Premier League at the beginning. But as for long term, I think Barcola would be perfect for Liverpool. Toto?
Yeah, look. When I watch Barcola play, his main highlight, of course, is his pace. His pace is very, very good. His skills are good. He can take that heavy touch and just always get that ball because he's got that pace to back it up. That's what we're missing on the left-hand side, isn't it? So, if I was going to come to the conclusion, I would say Semenyo's better. I wanted Semenyo more. Of course, I wanted Barcola last season, but when this Semenyo started coming up, I started watching a bit of Semenyo. And Semenyo, I preferred more. Of course, he's Prem proven as well. At the end of the day, he's not an option now. And Barcola is our alternative, so I think we should still push for Barcola. Because we're out the race Semenyo. City's got him. Semenyo wants to go City, it looks like. So we shouldn't even try force ourselves to go Semenyo and force ourselves to a longer negotiation when we don't need it, when he's going to go to City either way. You know, we don't want to do an Isak trouble and doing it for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then it's going to be money issues and stuff like that. Because if more clubs are interested in Semenyo, then his value will go up more and more. You know, and you have to pay higher and higher. And we're thinking, hold on, you're like really want my player, pay the price then. Then it'll just raise the value more up. We shouldn't force ourselves. And it seems like Liverpool are out the race. So go with Barcola, because it seems like clubs will be interested in Barcola, no doubt about that. But we need to pay the money. And Barcola's lower value compared to Semenyo. No, so in a way, it's a good alternative, you know?
How do you know the alternative? This is what I'm saying to you. I think Liverpool, if we do go for him, if we do get him, let me just take this off the screen. I think if we do go for Barcola, I think this is what we wanted all along. I think this is what Liverpool wanted all along, Barcola. You know, it was Semenyo. That's what the fans wanted, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what the fans wanted. But like I said, it might have been a smoke screen to say, you know what? This is a guy that we want. Let people think that we're going for Semenyo. Because it is what it is, isn't it? Semenyo's people say, but I think Semenyo's a good player. I wouldn't have minded that Semenyo's at Liverpool. I would have loved Semenyo to be at Liverpool. But Barcola, maybe Barcola. If you ask some people, most people would say they'd rather have Barcola. So it's just, let me just bring this up on the screen as well. It's on Twitter. This was earlier. This broke earlier. Liverpool now turn their focus on Bradley Barcola as a time alternative for either the January window or next summer. So this could be a guy that we could look in the summer or getting in January. So we could either way. I think we need a winger now. If it was my ideal window, I'd buy 2 centre backs and a winger.
Yeah.
That can play anywhere in the front line. But we're not getting that. We're probably just gonna go for the one. We'll get 2 players. There was rumours coming out of Liverpool today from certain sources that Liverpool are definitely buying 2 players in this window. So that would probably be a centre back and a winger. That's what I think is going to be 1 winger and a centre back. That's what I think, Toto.
I think that's what it's going to be. Hopefully, it's not no more than 2 players, because we need more than 2 players. So we shouldn't limit ourselves to 2 players. Of course, before we get Barcola, for me, my ideal window, it would be defence first, have 2 centre-backs first, and then get a winger. And maybe get a 6 after. Because I think we're more in need of a winger than a 6. You know, I'll admit it yesterday, I thought a 6 was main priority. But thinking about it, we still haven't replaced Diaz. So we probably need, maybe we'll see Liverpool go for a winger more. But centre-backs are the main issue now because we're in a literal injury crisis. Got Sabuzla suspended for next game. We got Gakpo injured. You got you got Isak injured.
I think
you got Gomez and Leone injured. There's an injury crisis going on at Liverpool. A little injury crisis. And we need to make up for it in this window. We need to go for centre-backs and we need to go for wingers.
Yeah, we need 1 centre-back. So, like I said, I would rather have 2 centre-backs, but no, that's definitely the main priority, centre-back. We need centre-back because we've only got 2 left.
Yeah.
As simple as we've only got 2 left. So, yeah, we need the centre-backs, seriously. So, yeah, man, that's it then. We'll move on now to the... hopefully, Toto, we can get our stuff together and, we can just get this done and Liverpool can, start making some progression in the season because, it's getting difficult, man. It's getting difficult to that time and it's getting difficult. We've got injuries. I don't like to use injuries for an excuse, but it's the injuries, isn't it? It's the injuries, man. It's going to catch up with us. I knew that, but everybody who watches Liverpool knows that Gomez was never, ever going to see out a full season, even see out 4 games without getting injured. He didn't even play full 4 games. I think he played 1 full game and the rest he came on as a sub. And he just pulled his muscle. Nobody went into him. He just pulled his muscle. Literally just pulled his muscle. And it's a shame, isn't it? It's a shame. This is what I was saying at the beginning of the season. And I know you was as well on the videos. We was both saying that we need to get centre-backs. We was too fixated on Isak. And we forgot about the back line. And now we're suffering. So, yeah. So, let's move on to the next one. Kareem.
Adeyemi.
Yeah, Kareem. Adeyemi, go ahead.
But yeah, Adeyemi is... don't put it all yet. Adeyemi is the fastest player in the Bundesliga. So, again, these people that we're looking at, they're really, really quick. And we want quick wingers, don't we? Slot's philosophy, the way he played at Feyenoord, is he makes his attacks from the wings.
Yeah.
We are looking at 2 proper wingers here. Barcola and Adeyemi. Barcola is a left winger and Adeyemi is a right winger. But we'll talk about Adeyemi. Adeyemi is a right winger. And he is so quick. And that is the main part about his game. And that's what it is about professional football nowadays. You need pace when you're on. Of course, it was like that from back in the day. Like you need pace to go on the wings, but they're more skillful. Now it's all about pace.
Yeah.
If you're an athlete, if you can run, if you can knock that ball and just use your pace, And Adeyemi can do that very, very perfectly. I haven't watched the guy. Of course I've watched him when we played against him in the Champions League, and you watch the Champions League now and again. You watch a few games, you see Adeyemi play, right? And Adeyemi is all we know. He's very, very quick, and that's what we need down the wings. So I say it's a very, very good option for us. Again, another one, an alternative for Semenyo.
Yeah.
We got a lot of alternatives from yesterday. I was talking yesterday that it's very, very small, the winger market. I was on about the centre-back market, but the winger market's also small as well. So yeah, 20 million. I think that's a little bit of a steal for him.
I think this is just one of them. These, when you get these deals that it's emergency.
Yeah.
The ones we just want to get over the line quick because really we need to. One of them.
Look,
you want to put this on the screen, is that it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, Adeyemi, Liverpool in talks for world class. I wouldn't say world class. I think that name goes around very, very loosely. I'm sure the article's doing it for clicks, isn't it? German's winger representatives after Anthony Semenyo blow. Liverpool wasted no time in getting over Anthony Semenyo, so Liverpool's out the race, as you know we see here. Probably out the race, Liverpool. I don't blame him either. There's no point of wasting any time. We're now in talk to bring Germany international winger to Anfield in the January transfer window for a bargain deal. City have won the race for Semenyo, so no other clubs interested. We were the last club interested. We never got over the line. Despite interest from Liverpool in the Bournemouth and Ghana international winger, the sources telling Team Talks transfer correspondent Graham Bailey, whatever, that the chance to win major silverware with Pep Guardiola's side was the key factor in his decision. That's why we never got Semenyo. Of course, everything just links to Semenyo, doesn't it? You know, these are just different alternatives for Semenyo. While Liverpool are disappointed at missing out on the winger, they have identified as the perfect successor to Mohamed Salah. So all of this is just, is Mohamed Salah going to leave? Is he going to stay? That's still the conversation here, just because it's died down for a bit, all that situation. I don't want to get into it.
I think Salah's gonna. I got this little feeling that if someone comes in January for 50 million, I think Ed will just sell him. Yeah. If someone comes in for 50 million for Mohamed Salah, because you're gonna think about it, it's not just. I know he's a brilliant player, one of the best players, but look at the wages he's on. It'd free up a lot of wages. He's on over 400,000 a week. Over 400,000 a week. You get me? So that over the next 6 months is a lot of money. And I think if someone comes along and sends like Saudi Arabia probably and offer 50 million, I think he'll go.
Yeah. I think because Mohamed Salah we can get some money. We can get money off him. I'm not sure if we're gonna leave, but the talks are still going on, isn't it? Yeah. Like, we're not looking for a right winger for no reason, And if we bring a right winger in, where does that put Salah? He's not going to be the starter, And regardless of his poor form, he might not even be second choice.
It makes me laugh. People say the club first, but he gets tested. I don't. When people say club first, that word goes around a lot in our fan base. They all say club first, club first. For me, it's always club first. Yeah. I don't care what player you are. I don't care. Everybody's expendable. If they need to go, they can go in it. Yeah. I don't care who they are. There's a lot of fans that throw that word around, but I don't believe them,
I think sometimes you can be too attached to a player.
Yeah.
That's
what I was trying to say.
Yeah, you can be a bit too attached to the player, which... understandable, but in a way, it's club first, isn't it? You support Liverpool because of the badge. You don't support it for a player. Now, some people are like that. Some people are this kind of style of fun, which I don't agree with in football. You got your favourite player, you support that club, and wherever that player goes, you support that club, which I don't agree with. You got some people like that, but I'm sure none of our fan base are actually like that. As far as I know, people I talk to, that they're not like that. In terms of wherever the player goes, I go, or something like that. But it is what it is, isn't it? I always go club first anyway. You go on an interview like that, it just causes so much controversy, which we don't need around our club. And he made it a bit about himself, in my opinion. But look, we've already done a video about Mohamed Salah. I don't want to get into it again.
That's what I was stick to this.
So on to Adyemi. While Liverpool are disappointed at missing out of the winger that identifies the perfect successor to Mohamed Salah, the Merseyside club have already moved on. I know talks to sign Karim Adyemi. According to Anfield Index, Liverpool have held preliminary talks. I'll probably botch the name, who cares? With Adeyemi's agent, with the Borussia Dortmund and German international winger available for just £20 million, which is 23 million euros, and
gave it a link, a private chat.
$. in the January transfer window. So very, very cheap, and I think he's the kind of player that maybe it's a panic buy, maybe.
I think, yeah.
23 years
We've
of age.
I think we've got more chance of up to signing Kareem in January over Barcola. And I think if we go for Barcola, it'll be the summer. This is a guy what comes in, plays alongside the front line, plays on Salah's side because he's not going to play Chiesa. And if he does, which I would love Chiesa to play, and we'll talk about Chiesa in a minute, it's some fitness thing that on Liverpool's put him on like a private fitness program so we can get up to speed with the team, which I don't get it because when I see him play, he seems like he's up to speed with the team. So we could talk, I've got that on my feed. But regarding Kareem, I think this one, we've got more of a chance of signing in January. One, because it's cheap. Two, I think he would love to come to the Premier League. He comes to the Premier League, he plays good for Liverpool. We probably want to go somewhere else, I don't know. But this is the guy that we can bring in, and there's nothing. We're not going to lose nothing. You get me? He's cheap, 20 million. You bring him in, you put him on the right wing. He plays till January. If it works out, it works out. If it don't, it don't. You get me? That's what this is signing. Now, someone like Barcola, that's the kind of signing you're going to make in summer. You get me? That when we sell Mohamed Salah, they'll use that money to put towards Barcola. Because I think when Barcola comes to Liverpool, if he does, he's going to cost at least about 80 million. Because of his age as well. There's no way we're going to get Barcola for 50 million. No way. I think we're going to play between 60 and 80 million. That's what I think total. So I think Kareem Adeyemi is more of a prospect for Liverpool for the January window. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong, but that's how I look at it.
Yeah. I think the transfer window. I think if we're buying Adyemi,
I gave you the link on private chat though.
Yeah.
Well,
I got it, yeah.
Right.
Got it, yeah. So this is Adeyemi. Of course, he's 60 million euros of his transfer value, but we're looking to get him for about 20 million pounds, which I think is very, very good business from Liverpool. While we turn down that, he's 23 years old, right winger, but as you can see, he can play a whole lot of positions. He can play as a striker, as a second striker in a 4-4-2, as a centre forward, so as a lone striker, a right winger. So this season, you haven't really seen him in left wing. His majority of his games that he's played, his majority of the time as a second striker, in a 4-4-2 or a 4-3-1-2 diamond or whatever. Of course, he can play right wing, but so far this season, his most played position is left wing, and he has started 10 out of the 15 games and subbed in 5. So he's a starter for Dortmund. So far in all comps, he's had 6 goals and 3 assists. But again, not the greatest stats so far. But look, he's had 4 GA in total in the Champions League. Want to break it down that way? 2 goals, 2 assists in the Champions League, which is very, very good. And he had 4 goals, 1 assist in the Bundesliga in 15 games. Look, I can take that with a pinch of salt. Maybe he's been setting up a lot of people and they haven't been put in the back of the net. Similar to like Verts at this club. You know, how many times he's created chance after chance after chance, and nothing really goes in because they can't put in the back of the net and he can't bag his assist. So in a way, assist, you know, it's an important stat, but of course it's got its downfall. Can the player put it in the back of the net? So if you know a lot about Adyemi in the chat, feel free to put it in and tell us how he's like. We've got eight before we carry on. We've got 8 of you in here, and we've currently got how many likes? We've got
5.
We've got 5 likes. There's 8 of you in here. Get involved in the chat room. Let us know your thoughts on Adyemi, and just smash up the likes, man, and hit the subscribe button. for more content.
So do you agree? We'll bring this to the conclusion now. We're going to move on to the next topic, which is Mark Guay. We might have a big boost just coming not long ago about Mark Guay. So let's seal this topic off. I think Barcola, we're going to go for him in the summer. And I think this Karim Adyemi, he's the guy who's going to come in and fill in for Salah. And he's like a 20 million move, like a smash and grab kind of thing. You come and just take him and put him. A bit like when we brought, what's his name? When we brought, what's his name for Liverpool? How can I just forget his name? The Italian guy, boom, boom, boom. The one we just forgot, what's his name?
Bastoni.
Huh?
Bastoni.
No. The one we brought a couple of seasons ago. Yeah. Right, you know when we brought, huh?
Who, Italian guy?
The guy, the one that slut don't play. I forgot his name.
Brain
fart. Chiesa. You know how we got Chiesa and it was like a smash and kind of grab sign and we come in and when we brought him, I don't think Slut even liked him anyway, but we brought him in. I think this is what this Karim's going to be like. We're going to bring him in. He's going to put a move over to the right. If he cooks, he cooks. If he don't, he don't. Because he's only 20 million. You get me?
Yeah.
And I think we could probably sell him for a bit more when he leaves. I don't think I don't think he's a long-term project. Do you understand? Karim Adyemi is not a long-term project for Liverpool, in my opinion. He's that guy that comes in. We need an emergency winger. You put him on the right. If he comes to Liverpool and cooks here, that's good. That's what I want in it. That's what we all want in it. We want to win trophies. But what I'm saying, looking at it from now, I think he's just that guy that comes in, and if it doesn't work out, we'll move him on and probably make something on him.
Yeah, just to round it off, of course, if you're familiar with the XG stats, it's the only bit of stats I use is XG. Basically, what that means is how much chances he creates, how he benefits from high quality chances, and how good he's in front of goals. So he's got around 2.23 of XG. So that means he's a high quality finisher. So he can finish if he gets the right chances, though. But he's good in front of goals, and he's good at creating chances. So his pace, his dribbling, that's his threat. Adeyemi, his pace and dribbling, and he can create a lot of chances off that. But that's all I want to round it off there with Adeyemi. That he's good at creating chances with his pace and dribbling, and he can finish when he gets the right chances. Though he needs a chance literally on the plate for him to finish. But yeah, that's it really on Adeyemi.
That's what I think as well. So let's move on to the next topic, which is Mark Guay. Mark Guay. Now, I think yesterday there was kind of a rumor going around that Mark Guay was linked to Barcelona, and Barcelona's come out today and says no, they're walking away from it. I just can't see Mark Guay going to Barcelona. I think he's just going to stay in England. This is my opinion. I don't think he's going to go to Italy. I don't think he's going to go to Spain. I think he's going to stay in England. Now, these are the two signings. I know we just talked about thingy up. I think the two signings we make, he's one of them. There's two. I think we bought the centre back we're going to buy is Mark Guay. I think so. It's looking like that now. It says on here, look, Barcelona have stepped away from the race to sign Mark Guay due to his wage demands, and now the two clubs likely to get him a Liverpool and Bayern Munich. He's not going to Bayern Munich. Just not going to happen. He's going to Liverpool. Guay does not want to wait long and could be ready to make the move this January. He's not going to Bayern Munich, in my opinion. He's going to Liverpool. That's it. And I think it's going to be January. I know I keep changing my mind on this subject, this topic, but I really think now he's coming to Liverpool. That's what I think. Yeah, and I don't care how many Arsenal fans do the AI. So them AI videos him on the pitch talking to Saka and all that.
No.
Yeah, saying, oh yeah, come on and join the AI videos. Still not gonna change my mind. Why would he want to go to Arsenal? He wants to actually win trophies. So I think he'll want to come to Liverpool. So go ahead, Toto.
Yeah, I think as a player, I forget what the bias is here. You know, I look at Arsenal, I look at Liverpool. Although Liverpool's more likely to win trophies, you know, in terms of history, really. You know, even sometimes in our worst season, we still went over and got a Carabao Cup or a domestic trophy, and that's what I really want this season. I want to win a trophy this season, so we can go at the end of the season and say, "Look, we still won a trophy at the end of the day. What have you won?" You know, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, I went on something like that because you can't really argue with trophies. Yeah, you might finish above us or whatever, but have you won a trophy? You won anything? No. So there you go. So in terms of Mark Gray, he's looking likely, isn't he, Mark Gray?
Yeah.
Looking likely. He's thinking, look,
it might happen.
Maybe that gentleman agreement has happened, or maybe Gray, he just lies in Liverpool. He don't want to go anywhere else. But when Gray comes to Liverpool, he don't want to be a bench warmer. It's either we play as a back three, or Gray, he go in replace to Konate. But again, Konate won't be really happy with that. So you might see Gray and Konate battling for position. Someone to challenge Konate might make him better. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good what we're doing. Again, Gray, you might say he's more of a leader than Ibu because he's been a captain for Palace. But centre backs anyway, even if you haven't got the armband on, they're still leaders of the squad. You know, like your back line, your two centre backs are always your leader. You have to be a leader. You have to be loud in your voice, your communication. Centre backs are natural leaders anyway. You know, and of course you pivot play if you want, but centre backs are usually a natural leader because they can see all the pitch. They can.
Yeah, if you look over the years, of football, all the great captains in the Premier League and abroad as well, they've always been defenders.
Yeah. Or pivot play, you know, like CDMs, maybe like that as well, or midfielders. But it's usually the defenders that can have the whole view of the pitch. That can.
Ansari.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
Roy Keane was a midfielder. He was a good captain.
Yeah.
Tony Adams, Arsenal defender. Been a lot of defenders.
You don't have to have the armband.
Wasn't Carragher a captain for a while?
Yeah, I think he was captain.
Yeah, so there you go.
You don't have to have the armband on to actually be a leader. You know, like Robbo, he's a leader. He wears his heart on his sleeve. And the way he plays, he's a leader.
Vice captain, Robbo. You got the vice captains as well.
Yeah. So again, Gray, he's a leader. Konate is a leader. Van Dijk's a leader. But all leaders, man. You know, got one thing.
Yeah, man, you're correct, bro. You're correct. Go on.
Because just because he hasn't got the armband, Ibu's not a leader. Of course, he's a leader. He's a centre back. You have to command the back line. Don't matter if you got the armband on or not.
Let's bring this on. Just want a quick look at this as well. I don't know if there's anything to this. I'll just bring it up anyway. He says, Inter have great appreciation for Ibu Konate as they eye up potential signings for the summer. While LFC are, what is that, alternative at Alexander, I can't even read it, Alexandro Bastoni at 26. Situations are ready to move for him if contract talks break down. So this is talking about Bastoni. Just something quick I want to talk about.
Look, that's if Ibu wants to go. Because if a club is interested in him, it just means, look, a club's interested in you. Are you interested? If Ibu's interested, then they'll go into negotiations. That's just the way it is. But if the player's not interested, if the agent says the player's not interested, then contract will just break down. You know? That's just the way it is. If Ibu wants to go Inter, he will go Inter. Maybe we can do a swap deal. Who knows what could happen there? But look, if Ibu wants to stay, he stays. Simple. You know, there's always been talks over Ibu's contract anyway. You know, but does he want to leave? Does he want to stay? Seems like he wants to stay.
Yeah.
Again, that could change. You know, a player's mind could always.
You're
change.
right, man. You're right. So, you think Mark Gray is gonna happen then?
I think it is. I think
so as well. I think I'm gonna stick to it now. I think we got Mark Gray and Adriano, whatever his name is. I think we get them too. I think they're the ones that we're gonna go for, and I think we'll get them too in the January. And I think in the summer we're gonna go big for Barcola.
Yeah.
I think Barcola is gonna be our main. I think next season we sign a DM, a defensive midfielder. We haven't got one. Don't say Gravenberg because he's not one. And Endo was one, but he's not gonna pick Endo. I think Endo is gonna be on his way this season. So I think next season we're gonna buy a winger, which will be Barcola. And I think we're gonna buy a DM, and maybe I think we're gonna buy two. Depends how Finger works out, but I think we're definitely gonna buy another defender, and I think we're gonna buy a winger, and I think we're gonna not a winger, a DM. So I think we're gonna buy a defensive midfielder. We're buying a winger, Barcola, and I think we're gonna buy another defender. I think we're gonna buy 3, maybe 4 players next season.
Yeah,
that's what I think, Toto. Maybe we have to find a Robbo replacement as well. Yeah. Another left back, for Robbo, because look, we know that we love Robbo, but his time's coming to an end, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because now Fingy's starting to play a little bit better now. Kirkes, Robbo's getting less time. Kirkes, he's starting to kind of move a little bit now. Have you noticed? The last game he had, the last 2 games he had were quite good. There was still signs of immaturity there, but he was still good. You can see he's getting better, and I think by the end of the season, I think he'll be ready. But if we move from Robbo on, we have to look for another left back. I heard rumors today as well that Tsimikas is supposed to be coming back. What are we doing here, man? Because he went on a loan, didn't he?
Did he go on loan?
I think he was on a loan. I forgot that he left.
Well, if he was on loan, then yeah, probably. But would you take him back?
No. Move on, man. It's time to move on. The only one I take back is Elliot. He's the only one we'll take back to Liverpool out of the ones that we got rid of. Just Elliot. I wouldn't even take Diaz back. Just Elliot.
He's alone. He's alone.
So he's alone, so he could come back there.
Because the boss says he's not convinced.
Really? And it took them 1 season to work that out. How long did it take for us to work that out? Just move on, man. We need to move on from these players. The only one I'd take back is Harvey Elliott.
Look, with Tsimikas, he had his good games and he had bad games. It is what it is. He weren't really consistent left back. He was never a starter for us. But on his day, he could turn up. But we need someone who's consistent in it. And like Robert's consistent the way he plays. Kirk has slowly become consistent. Should we keep him or should we sell him for money? I'm not sure what his value is at the moment. Maybe it's better off we keep him. But, it's just the boss is not interested in him. So he might return back to Liverpool. I don't be surprised to see him back at Liverpool. Will we sell him? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we're going to sell him. Maybe we keep him as a backup because our injury list is absolutely appalling. And if Slot tries to put Tsimikas as centre back, I'd seriously that's just one of my. Or maybe he will put Tsimikas as a backup left back and put Robbo as centre back. That's what he would probably do. Because Fabrizio coming out and saying we could only sign 2 players is just not good enough. I
know. I'm just looking at these pictures on Twitter that there's one. Let me show this one. If I can bring it up 1 second. Keep talking, it's fine, I'll find it. Basically got all the defenders of the years, the best defenders.
Yeah. In
the Premier League, and Van Dijk's there. You got Carragher, Van Dijk, John Terry, Rio Ferdinand. I didn't rate Rio Ferdinand. He was all right. He's not as good as people say they are. I think he was better than him for Man City. I think he was better than him, Vincent Kompany. I think Vincent Kompany was better than Rio. Rio was good, yeah, don't get me. I'm not saying he was a crack defender, he was a top defender. But now he's retired and people look back and the ones that play FIFA all the time, yeah. They're going on like he's some bad man defender. He was one of the great. He wasn't one of the greats of all time. He just wasn't. I'm gonna watch Rio. You know what I mean? I'm not one of these guys that play FIFA and go, oh yeah, look at his play style. He was good back in the day. No, it doesn't work that way. Rio was a good defender. He was solid. Don't get me wrong, he was good. But he weren't one of the greatest of all time. No way. think he was better than Rio Ferdinand, in my opinion. Actually, I know what from. I'm not even a Chelsea fan. You know I hate Man United. Think he was better than him. John Terry. John Terry was better than Rio Ferdinand. Anyone who knows about football will tell you that John Terry was better than Rio Ferdinand. Anyone who knows about football, who knows about defending, knows about the art of it, he was better than him. And Virgil was better than him as well. People say that Rio's better than Virgil. Do me a favour. I would argue with anybody here about Rio Ferdinand and Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk in his prime against Rio Ferdinand in his prime. I used to see Rio Ferdinand get skilled up on a weekly basis. I remember there's so many games I seen him get skilled up. It's rare that you go back to Liverpool, go and look at Virgil van Dijk's career. There's rare moments that he gets skilled up. You get me? I saw Rio get skilled up all the time. Don't get me wrong, Rio was aggressive and he got stuck in. But there's no way he's better than Virgil van Dijk. Nah, not in my opinion. And I'm not just saying that because he's a Liverpool fan. He's just not. You always ask the experts, he was one of the greatest defenders. Virgil van Dijk's name always comes up. Always comes up. They'll say he's not just one of the best in the Premier League, he's one of the best in the world. Who's better than Virgil van Dijk today? No one. Any Toto? What do you think? Who's better than Virgil van Dijk? No way. John Terry was better than Rio. Believe that. You know John Terry in his prime at Chelsea, yeah?
Rio can tell
you know I hated up Chelsea, yeah? But you got to give him credit. John Terry, yeah, will smash up Rio for a centre-back.
Even Rio, I think most of the people will probably say that Van Dijk's better than Rio. I think.
Nah, but less than Man United fans, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not going to convince.
He was good now, but I'm not criticising Rio that he wasn't a good defender. He's not as good as people say that he's.
Of course, I haven't really watched him. Of course, in my life.
You watched Rio towards the back end of his career, though.
Yeah.
Rio ain't that old.
I did watch Rio back in the career. Rio's a good defender.
He was good, but he got skilled up a lot as well.
Yeah. And with Van Dijk, you can compare them to two different defenders, aren't they? But I think Van Dijk was better
than Rio. I'd argue with anyone.
Rio can even. I remember Rio was doing a lot of tests, doing a lot of tests and all that. Yeah. And the guy told him, "Do you strongly believe you're better than Van Dijk?" And he said yes.
And then he got it wrong.
It came up as a lie. It was.
You see. Now, if you want to say John Terry and Virgil, then you got a debate. You got a debate there.
Yeah, you got a debate in terms of yeah.
Nah. With them two, you got a debate. You can debate it, but Rio and Virgil, nah. I'm not having that. I'm not gonna have that. Not because people they go, oh yeah, Rio man, this when Rio do whatever, yeah, and they get him on FIFA. The Block Plus and all that, Anticipate Plus and all that. Nah, I watch Rio Ferdinand, yeah, and you can ask people who watched him back in the day, right, who knew about football, who watched football. Rio was a good player, but he weren't better than Virgil. No. Virgil he's the guy, and a lot of people don't want to say it because he plays for Liverpool. I get it, but when you're sitting at your yard thinking about defenders and stuff like that, you know that Virgil was better. Yeah, Virgil was better, man. I tell you, he was a good defender as well. I tell you, he was a good defender. I'd smash up Rio. What's his name? Yapstan. Yapstan was a savage. He was a proper defender. I think Ferguson said ages ago. Ferguson said that's one of the players that he got rid of. Yapstan. I'm trying to find this picture with all these centre backs. Can't find it, but he's gone Toto. Let's close it up now. Christmas time now. I'm heading off. Want to say your last piece before we go, bro?
No, I just want to say that everyone who watched on the replay, hopefully, whoever joined, and of course people in the group and all that, have a Merry Christmas and just like enjoy yourself, really. Hopefully Liverpool have a good January. Hopefully all of them have a nice time. Hopefully we have a good January. We have a good transfer window. That's what we're going to do. After the new year, the window will open, and then action and stuff all that will occur. But yeah, that's it for me.
That's it, man. I think I found that picture, We got it wrong. The guy got it wrong. This was Carragher standing there. Yeah, man. Just everybody watching it, stay safe. Enjoy your turkey, man. Enjoy your celebration and spend it with time with your family. That's what Christmas is about. If you're drinking, drink responsible. I don't drink, so I ain't got that problem. But if you do drink, drink responsible. Stay safe, and love your loved ones. You get me? That's what it's all about. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you follow me on Twitter, you follow me on the WhatsApp. If you're feeling down, I know there's a lot of mental health going around for men. The mental health with the men is not talked enough. It's not talked enough about men's mental health. And if you fancy a chat, if you need to talk to someone, so I know people who's had mental health. If you want to talk to someone, remember DM me. And if 5 minutes of talking can help a person out, that's all I'm saying. So yeah, and that's it, man. That's what I'm saying. Big up to everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Christmas, and I will be back on when did Liverpool play against Toto? The day before Liverpool. What date's that? The day before Liverpool?
Saturday play.
So we play Saturday.
Yeah.
So we'll be back on Friday. What date's Friday?
26th is Friday.
So we'll be back in a couple of days to do the play lineup. We're not going to be long. It's going to be a quick 10-minute video because it's over the Christmas. So we're going to do the play lineup and the preview on Saturday. That'll be the day after Boxing Day. So no streaming now. I'm going to enjoy your Christmas. Enjoy everything, guys. Remember, big up to everyone. Big up to the man them. Big up to the woman them. And yeah, Toto, Merry Christmas, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to get this up. There you go. Look. There you go. Merry Christmas. And there you go. Look. Anyway, Merry Christmas, Toto. Spoil, man. It's fine. Merry Christmas, Toto.
Merry Christmas.
Big up.